Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Music Room Live. This is Tony, hanging out here in the Music Room. Thank you so much for joining me for another edition of Vinyl Show and Tell. Really excited about this record that we have to show you today. It is a week old now. It did come out last Friday. I'm a little late in getting this to you to show it to you, but the record is so awesome and so phenomenal. I want to go ahead and still do the vinyl unboxing and just show you guys the record, tell you my thoughts about it, and why I think you should pick this record up. So, without further ado, let's get into this week's Vinyl Show and Tell. It is the band The Pretty Reckless, and it is their record, Death by Rock and Roll. There it is, right there. Maybe a little bit of a PG-13 album cover, so parental discretion is advised. Anyway, I have heard songs from The Pretty Reckless. This is actually my first Pretty Reckless album, and I am so glad that I've got it. And I am going to go back and get these other records just based on the strength of this album. But before we get into anything else about the record itself, let's go ahead and open this up because I'm dying to do that. I've had the album now for a couple days, but there's been some stuff going on. Just now able to get down here in the music room and crack this bad boy open. And as always, I'm going to do that with you guys. So without further ado, let's get this plastic peeled and see what is on the inside of this album. Again, Death by Rock and Roll from The Pretty Reckless. Alright, so I finally got the plastic peeled. This one was a little tricky, but I'm going to go ahead and get it started. And we'll protect that hype sticker because it looks pretty cool. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you guys and ask you to please do the honors and peel the plastic back. Thank you so much. As always, wonderful job. I'm going to keep the hype sticker off to the side, cut that out here a little bit, and keep it with the record itself. But let's see what we have here. We have the album, and it can definitely tell it is a gatefold. So let's go ahead and crack open the gatefold. Wow. Okay, guys, I am not actually going to show you what is on the inside of this record because it is pretty, it takes the PG-13 up to an R, and I'm not quite sure about the YouTube standards on this kind of stuff. So I will tell you, if you get this record, the cover itself is nothing compared to what's on the inside of the gatefold. So be warned about that. Parents, if you're getting it for a younger child, I would definitely tell you to check the album out first before you hand it over. So that is totally your call. So without further ado, let's see what is on the inside of the record itself. Yeah, it looks like we're okay to show that. So we have some nice, sleeves. It looks like it has the lyrics on here. This is very cool. And let's go ahead and take a look at the vinyl itself. Oh man, look at that. Very cool. That is the silver vinyl. Limited edition. This was limited to, I believe, 1,500 pressings. I know the band did do some different colors on their website. I was very lucky. I picked this up at a store called Hey Suburbia Records here in Mason, Ohio, where I live. And I was very fortunate to get this this beautiful silver limited edition vinyl, so I'm happy about that. Very cool. What you may get the black vinyl. I know that's out there right now. So that's, you know me. I don't care if it's black vinyl. I love classic black vinyl, but this definitely looks very cool with the silver. So let's go ahead and pull out the second one. Make sure it is okay to share with you guys, and it is. We have some more lyrics, some liner notes, and on the back we have a picture of a guitar. And I believe this is going to tell a bigger story. It says Forever Our Wave, Kato Khandwala. I hope I'm saying that name right, and we'll talk about that here more in just a moment. Again, we have the beautiful silver vinyl, so that is awesome. Love that. It's going to look really sharp. And wow. Okay, cool. This is why you never take for granted. You need to look at all the sides of the record. And I don't know if you guys can tell, one of the new trends that they're doing with vinyl are etching on side D, and that's what we have here. I'm going to try to play with the light enough so you guys can see it. But basically that is etched in there, and it says The Pretty Reckless. Right around there. It says Pretty Reckless. So we have date and Roman numerals, so that is really cool. Again, I hope you guys can see that. I don't know how that's going to pick up. Yeah, I think it's picking up now. But yeah, cool etching. So great packaging. I'll put these in white paper sleeves later to protect these sleeves, but for now, I'm going to slide everything back in. Let's go ahead and give it the old download Hey guys, now we have been kind of, our average of getting the download cards here lately have been pretty bad, and to the point where we kind of assume there's not going to be a download card. And just when we do, the Pretty Reckless hook us up. There it is, the download card for the album Death by Rock and Roll. We can download our digital copy and put it on our devices. So, wow, that takes it over the top for me. I'm loving it already. So that's nice. It's been a while since I've seen a download card. Like I said, I think that bands and record companies really are kind of getting away from that, unfortunately. But here we go. We've got a copy of it, so I'm very happy. So again, the packaging is A+. I will tell you guys that it is adult gatefold when you open it up, so be careful about that. Again, if you're in mixed company, if you have children present, I'm not trying to be on rock and roll here, but I do want to protect you from an uncomfortable situation. So, okay, we've talked about the packaging right there, and it's awesome. If you're not squeamish, if you're okay with maybe some adult content on the inside of the record, I would highly recommend picking this record up on vinyl, no matter what color you may pick up. The reason I say that is just because the album is so strong. It is just a killer record. Like I said, I put it on. This is one that it just requires you to listen to the album as a whole. When we kind of gotten away from that, where some bands have kind of gotten away from the album being a journey, and that's exactly what this record is. It's a journey. It opens up strong. It opens up some big rockers. Death by Rock and Roll, Only Love Can Save Me Now, which actually features Matt Cameron and Kim Thayil from Soundgarden, is on that track. And So It Went, that has Tom Morello on it. So it opens up with three big rockers, and then it gets into a track called 25. And that's a great song. If you know Taylor Momsen, the lead singer of Pretty Reckless, she's a huge Beatles fan. You're going to hear that influence in the song 25. But the album kind of morphs a little bit. It matures. It goes different places. But it stays whole to the album, if that makes any sense. It stays true to the album. So this is just one you want to drop the needle on and just listen to the whole thing. Take it in. Like, don't listen to it. Experience this record, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of great stuff to hear on here. Like I said, it's going to take you a lot of different places while having a common thread. So I hope that makes sense. But I really do love this record. We're in a time when so many people want to say that rock and roll is dead, and the Pretty Reckless are coming out saying no. Maybe death by rock and roll. The rock and roll is very much alive. In fact, there's a great song here called Rock and Roll Heaven. So yeah, this is a great rock and roll record. And again, this is a band that's not afraid to wave the flag for rock and roll. So I love it. I love this album. I'm glad I picked it up. I'm glad I got to experience it myself. This album has a lot behind it. The Pretty Reckless were actually on tour with Soundgarden when, unfortunately, Chris Cornell, left this world. I'll just say, so they were there, and Taylor was a huge Soundgarden fan, and then having that loss, not only losing one of your musical heroes, but losing a tour mate and losing somebody that you've got to know on the road, really affected her big time. And through interviews that she said, really put her in a dark place. And then when she started thinking about going back to making music again, the band's longtime producer, pretty much they say, the unofficial member of the band, Kato Khandwala, and I apologize if I'm saying that name wrong, he passed away in a motorcycle accident. So somebody, again, that was such a creative partner and friend to Taylor and the band, gone. So Chris Cornell and then Kato, and then you throw Corona into things. So definitely threw Taylor Momsen into a dark place. And you can read some interviews online to hear more about that and things that she went through. But to think that she was able to come back and write this record and record this record with the band, it's amazing. And guys, it's all on here. Another great song you want to hear on this record is called Standing at the Wall. A beautiful, beautiful song where I think she just pours her heart out. So there it is. I mean, I could keep, rambling on, which I have done in the past, about this record, Death by Rock and Roll, by the Pretty Reckless. But I'm just going to tell you guys, go out and buy the record. Listen to the record. If, like I said, if you might be a little uncomfortable with the artwork and the photos, what you might want to do is stream it or buy a download of it some way that's more comfortable for you. I don't know how the CD packaging is. I will just say, quit beating around the bush. There's nudity on the inside of the album, which is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So there it is. We're all adults. There's nudity on the inside of the gatefold. If that makes you uncomfortable, be sure to get the download of the record. But the music itself is so worth listening to. So there you go. I love this record. I have a feeling it's one of those records, the more you listen to it, the more the songs are going to just hit you in different ways. You're going to find new things in it. So guys, here's the deal. I want to hear what you think of this record too. So please, use the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on the album. What songs speak to you and why? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And hey, while you're here and while you're there in the comment section, you see that subscribe button? If you could give that a click, I would truly appreciate it. It would definitely help me out. Just hope we're making content that you guys like to see. So please, let me know what you think. Alright guys, here you go. That's a vinyl show and tell. Thank you so much for being here. Check us out online at themusicroom.me. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. So check us out in all those places. But thank you guys so much for being here for another edition of Vinyl Show and Tell. We appreciate you guys. God bless. Catch you next time. Bye.